G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. Today we've got ourselves some familiar names, some familiar faces spawning in on the north side of the map in the colour blue, playing as Loki. It is In Denial. And on the south side of the map in the colour red, playing as Hades, it's Drop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oasis. We've definitely got the #1 Oasis variant, or at least my favourite one. Of course, you've got the single lake that spawns in the middle, or you can go for the 4 separate little ponds that you get, each with a ring of trees around the outside. I much prefer this one. It's just a lot more forgiving than the other spawn that we occasionally get. So, welcome. If you're unfamiliar with these two players, they're both pretty decent players. I expect both of them to know what they're up to or what they're doing in this game. I wouldn't expect too many crazy things, well, not too many crazy things, but I wouldn't expect there to be too much variance in their skill levels. They're both quite decently placed. Let's just put it that way. So, we've got a god power already going to be used here. It's going to be In Denial. Let's ride on board with him and see exactly where that spy is. It's going to be just on the villages, nice and safe. You know, one of the things you've always got to be careful about, I've played a couple games as the Norse up against the Greeks. I've run into their scout really early, and I've immediately just put a spy on it, and then they've just deleted it in response. And I was like, you know, sure, okay, it's good. I mean, you kind of like, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face, because obviously, you know, your scout is my scout in that case. But it's also now that you just don't have a scout. So, yeah, that is another thing to note. But, yeah, anyway, very smart use of that spy ability. Throwing it down here, he's going to spot out the temple and have a look at the positioning on this temple. Very far forward, aggressive positioning here. So, indicating that Drop probably might be thinking about getting out some early units. But before we get into the units, it's time for the relic review, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes into the game. We'll start at the top, work our way down to the bottom. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 relics to review here today. In the north of the map, we've got the relic of Arrow of Heracles. Increases the attack of ranged soldiers and ranged heroes by 5%. Really nice, really great. You want to be increasing the attack of ranged heroes or ranged units because they're going to be doing more damage. You don't want them to be taking damage, so that is great. 5% is not a huge amount, but it's still obviously good. So an A tier right there. Next up, we've got the Bow of Artemis. Oh my god. Ranged soldiers and ranged myth units are cheaper. This is one of the best in the game. S tier. This is like bordering on S plus tier. This is so good. It used to be 15%. Now it's 10%. It's still insanely good. What else have we got here? We've got the Text of Imhotep. Buildings are constructed faster. 10% faster. Not a huge, you know, huge relic to write home about. Probably a D tier, maybe a C tier. And our final relic for today is going to be the Flagstone of Buhan. Wooden gates are free. It is the only S++ tier there is. This relic. No, I'm just kidding. This relic's absolutely terrible. Don't even bother. No, look, it's a bit of a meme. This relic, it's got a special place on the tier list. I feel like there's a separate category for this one. Let's check in though with the age ups. We'll double check with Drop first and see how he's going. The age up about to come through. Oh, I didn't even see it. It looks like it's going to be Athena. Did I get that right? I don't actually know. I need to double check just to make sure. No, we got Ares. Sorry, Ares, Athena. All right, don't worry. I'm still learning. Ares is definitely underused a little bit more. Pestilence, obviously, in the possession. On the other side for Loki, what have we got here? It's going to be Forseti coming out here. So Troll, as well as that Healing Spring. Expect to see it. A little bit of movement, a little bit of mobility down into the south side right now. As the I was going to call it. Well, it is. I was going to call it a giraffe, and then I'm like, no, that is a giraffe, Drongo. And then I'm like, is that a giraffe? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of children's shows lately, and you just kind of, it all blends in. It's just one big animal now. It's a zebra, giraffe, octopus thing. My son loves octopuses, by the way. Gosh, I don't know what it is. He's got a little octopus on his daycare bag. He's always pointing to it. It's like octopus, black octopus. Yeah, mate. Yeah, you're allowed to look. I like them as well. I just eat them. That's the main difference. And one day he will eat them as well, and he will learn to love them the way that we do. But we've got now Achilles making his way onto the backside here. Not a whole lot of damage coming through on these vills, but it's a threat that you need to respect, isn't it? It's one of those things. Meanwhile, let's check out towards the middle and see exactly what Drop is up to. We're going to ride on board with his line of sight, get a bit of an idea on where he's at. Keep in mind, he still has that spy somewhere in the base. We don't know where it is. Cyclops just chilling at the moment. Archery Ranger does get thrown down. Has he picked up these relics? Indeed he has. He's gone into the Bow of Artemis. Keep in mind that there is also that other very nice relic towards the top side that he may be able to find with Achilles maybe able to pick up the double relic combo. He's running right towards it. He's got no idea that it's there, but if he spots it, he's going to be very happy. This will be two relics. Oh my god. Okay, this, wow. We are about to witness what might be one of the most brutal archery games out of any game that we've seen. Double Archer's relics. So he's going to have reduced cost on his toxes. On top of that, he's also going to have more damage on the toxes as well. So this is double bonuses that you're getting. So not only do you have more of them, you've also got more damage coming from the ones that you've got. So very, very nice here. Ajax, he's going to be looking to bring back a relic as well. He's got the text of Imhotep for slightly faster construction speed on those buildings. But does need to be careful at the moment. He is outnumbered by a country mile. So we do see he's going to fall back. Couple of vills already looking to gather up some favor here for drop. Keep in mind, this is a very far forward temple, so there's a part of me that's a little bit worried, but Cyclops now going to be pushing up together with the toxes on the backside. You can see that these toxes are extra cheap. How much is he paying for these? 10% off, so 49.31. What are they usually? 55.35? Something. Oof. Did I say? Yeah, I think that's. Hold on. Yeah, 55.35. Okay, that's probably what they are. Spots out the temple and the house on that top side as well, so now knows exactly where his opponent has those buildings positioned. Tox numbers continuing to rise. Let's check in with Indenial, see how he's doing on the north side of the map. Now, one other thing to note, just before we get into Indenial and his base, UI is a little bit confusing. I do apologize. Nothing we can really do about it. You've got our blue player on the right over here, and on the left, we've got our red player. But at the top, you can see that we've got the blue player's UI, and on the right, you've got the left player's UI. And on top of that, he's blue, yet his background is red, and he's red, and his background is blue. I know, it's an absolute conundrum. I've already messaged the devs. I've been like, hey guys, look, we got to get this all fixed. I know that you want to have your Greek is blue and it looks all cool, but it's so damn confusing, man. I think, like, if they just fix this flipping thing up, right? Like, if you just have the player that's in the west side on the left and your player on the east side that's on the right, that'll go a long way to fixing it. But also these colors around in the background are just very, very confusing in my opinion. But Tox is now going to be missing quite a few of their arrows, unfortunately. Not a whole lot of damage done towards the raiding cavalry on the way through. Quite a lot of raiding cavalry out already for Indenial. If we take a look at his base, let's have a look and see exactly what he's got going on here. So just a single great hall, longhouse, and an armory already up. This is quite an early armory online for him. Now, at the moment, it looks like he's got quite a lot of wood stacked up. I'm just trying to confirm that it is actually him. As I said, it's confusing, right? Because in my heart of hearts, I'm like, okay, he's on the right-hand side. And then I see this, and I'm like, okay, and he's blue. And then it's like, but no, it's red, and it's red. This is not him. This is him over here. So he's got almost 1,000 wood stocked up at the moment. I wonder what the plan is for that. Maybe some throwing axemen could be in store for us. They are quite heavy on the wood. Could just be maybe, I mean, you'd be a little bit silly to be going into farms this early. It is obviously a possibility, but plenty of units towards the top side. Keep in mind those Cyclops do have plenty of crush damage as well, so really able to get through those buildings. Now Wall's going to be coming up towards the front of the base. He's looking to try and build that little turtle shell, at least for the moment. Plenty of units coming out here for Indenial. Where is Drop spending all of his resources? Because Drop has got a significantly fewer army, smaller army. Yeah, probably just, he's got significantly fewer units. Let's just go with that. Vill's now going to get caught out of position. He's able to take out one of them. Second one might go down here as well. Stone throw lands. And I tell you what, that's going to be a very happy troll right there. But now, Cyclops going to pop out. He rips off the raiding cavalry, throws it down upon all of his friends, and is get on out of here, baby. Very well timed from that one, but does lose quite a few villagers in that engagement. Meanwhile, towards the top side, more and more happening. You can see the next set of ogres coming in. He's going to be able to do some decent damage, though. Drop losing quite a few units towards his front side, and he's going to have to head away with his tail between his legs. Does manage to keep Achilles alive, but remember that he's got no healing, right? There's no restoration coming through here. Is there any way that he can actually heal Achilles other than just passively, like through this slow and steady burn? Not burn, but, you know, slow and steady heal? I don't think so. We do now finally see the Sentinels coming through. I guess he's decided, you know what? We're not going to go for a second TC. At least not at the moment. We can't afford to. We can't, not that we can't afford to. I mean, we can't afford to unless we want to throw the game away. But we now also hear the healing spring coming up here for Indenial. So it's going to get some great value in here. A lot of units that are quite low on that hit point number. So doing a decent job of getting them all back up to speed. I want to check back in on that top side. In Denial's my focus here. We've casted an In Denial game before, obviously made plenty of puns along the way, which I think is part of the reason why he's got such a great name. But I want to check in with his armory and see what kind of upgrades he's actually running at the moment. We can see that he doesn't have any of those copper upgrades just yet. Only got the Hall of Thanes upgrade at the moment. And then for the cavalry as well, nothing in here. So that's how we're able to check the upgrades, but nothing just yet for them. So has dropped down the armory. So might be thinking about heading up to the heroic age. Raiding cavalry are in a great spot. You can see just how outnumbered Drop is as he tries to hold on here from this archer style of play. I do like this combo, archer ogre combo. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but doing a decent job at holding the line for the moment. Didn't lose too many vills in there. Temple is on fire, but we're still, look, it's a little bit warm in these parts. Our trees are on fire. Our buildings are on fire. But you still got to make time to pray, right? Like that's got to be it. Meanwhile, around the outside, just like two trailer park girls. In comes In Denial, looking to swoop in on Achilles. Not a lot of health left on him. You can see just how little damage or little life he's got left. He is going to go down. And now that Cyclops picks up a raiding cab, throws it to the ground and says, "Get on out of here. I'm sick of looking at you." I don't know how I feel about the Cyclops. So it picks up a unit and then throws it at an enemy unit, and then I think it does AoE damage. Is that what its thing is? A giant that hurls enemy units at other enemy units or buildings, good against human soldiers. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what the data suggests for us today. Temple gonna be going down. Didn't repair it up. Loses the relics. They drop to the ground. You can see immediately throws down a new temple. But all of the relics should be in this one little stack right here. It can be tough to see them all. You can see, look at the glow that he's got going on right there. That is a serious relic right there. Ajax, where are you going with that? Put that back, please. Sir? Please? Ajax? Ajax. In the temple. In the temple, Ajax. Ajax. Oh my god. Ajax. Nemean Lion! Oh, we didn't even see it! Oh, there it is, baby. The Nemean Lion is here to save the day. Drop has made it to the heroic age. Jeez, I'm too busy just looking at Ajax like, Ajax, I can't believe you. We've got Bragi on the other side. That's what I like to see. Bragi. One of the most fearsome minor gods in Age of Mythology. In my opinion, one of the best, just simply because of the god power. This god power is going to change everything. Now, that's on the condition that you've got enough units. And it does look like In Denial's got plenty of units, but keep in mind there is a curse on the field as well. Beginning to move forward, Nemean Lion. Watch out for the Nemean Lion. Let's see if he lands the curse. He's got plenty of units to choose from. I'd just be hitting it right now. That is just, you're asking for it with that many units all together. Oh my god! Pigs everywhere, together with the Nemean Lion. And I tell you what, you have got nothing I mean, he's gonna pop it right now. He's got holy moly, man. You can't just do that. You can't just do that. He popped the flaming axes, or flaming weapons. There's no units. He just, holy crap, what a combo. So the Cyclops, okay, let me break that down for you once again. He curses the backline. Nemean Lion stuns everybody else. The Cyclops each pick up 3 units, throw them at the rest of the units, and just kill them all. Wow, what a turn of events. And on top of that, he's used up his flaming weapons. Meanwhile, back in the base, okay, we've got a little bit of a raid going on. Vill count has started to fall. Taken out about 10 vills so far. He's going to continue working his way on the rest of these vills. Looks like flaming weapons is now finished. Mountain Giant going to spawn in. Deciding to crush some things, I suspect. There we go. He's decided it's crushing time. But in the middle of the map, I mean, we got to really appreciate that combo. That was a wombo combo right there from Drop. I tell you what, he just dropped an insane combo. You'd be in denial to say that that wasn't ridiculous. That was just absolutely crazy. I mean, In Denial probably thinks it was ridiculous. That was absolutely amazing. Now, what I want to really see here from Drop is leveraging the power of the Nemean Lion. So I not only want to just see one Nemean Lion out, I want to see like 4 Nemean Lions out. And the trick is you want to make it so that the auto cast for the stun is actually off. You don't want to auto cast the stun. And what you want to do is you want to stagger them. And once you get the upgrade as well for the Nemean Rex, which is the special upgrade that increases their AoE, it's just a whole nother level. Stuns for like 1.5 seconds, massive AoE. Second Town Center now online for In Denial though. So he's going to start really looking to build quite a villager lead here. Interesting position on this as well, deciding to go down in the south corner. Don't know how I feel about this. Obviously not the safest spot, especially when you've got enemy units out in such large numbers. But he does look to rebuild. Jarl in the middle as well. We do actually see one of those important relics has been sniped away. Still got the text of Imhotep that's out at the moment. He's going to pick that one up. Has he picked it up? No, he hasn't picked it up just yet. But at this stage of the game, Drop has managed to secure himself a wonderful return to power. Somehow, the temple, once again, under pressure. This poor temple, man. How many times has this damn temple been through it? He's paying a lot for these temples as well. 300 resources every time. This is the consequence of putting it on the front. I really don't understand it. You've got the Vils here as well. Nemean Lion tries to get a roar off. I don't think he did, though. No, that's the spy. Never mind. Toxote numbers starting to build. And he's going to throw a third temple down there. Have you not learned your lesson the first 2 times? Jeez Louise, Nemean Lion. Nemean Lion! Nemean Lion! Boom, baby! Wait, where did it go? There it goes, but it barely touches anything. It must be directional, the way that it worked. It was in a cone and it went backwards this way instead of hitting the front of everything. Tox is on the back, getting some decent damage in. Able to force the Norse army away from the front for the moment. Heading back to the healing spring, rather the spieling... What? The spieling spring? Not sure exactly where I was going with that. Gotti gets taken out very quickly. Tox number starting to really build here. Man, that wombo combo, that Greek wombo combo was just insanity. I can't believe that, man. Keep in mind, Pestilence still hasn't been used yet at this stage of the game. Toxes all surrounded. You can see right there, Troll's going to pick it up, throw it back, get on out of here. Falls down. Poor Jarl. Mountain Giant comes in once again. That's the second one now that he's managed to spawn in. Chiron's here. A little bit of damage. Is he focusing down the house? Chiron, are you focusing down the house back here? Chiron. Would you mind shooting at the Mountain Giant, buddy? Please? No? Okay. Still working down the house. Still working down the house, guys. Don't worry. You know, 7.5 on a 14x base. I'm not particularly good at maths, but that is a lot of numbers that could have been taken out this Mountain Giant right now. It's the small things. But hey, at least he's going to get the house. Congratulations, Chiron. Definitely worthwhile. So second TC has been in right now for In Denial for quite some time. What have we got down here? I'm hearing some big bangs. No, it's just a theory, apparently. Interesting. Okay. So In Denial just really needs to hold for the moment. The second town center's really doing quite a lot of work here. I wonder if Drop knows about this. He doesn't. He's got absolutely no info about this on the south side. And I think that's such a smart move from his opponent to be able to do that, to take advantage of that angle and the blind nature of his playstyle. Completely walled off on the bottom side. Battle Boar's now going to start beginning to make their way in. It's got 2 of them so far. They're going to begin working down the house. Of course, they've got quite a bit of crush damage there, so no trouble getting through those buildings. We'll be looking to get into the wood lines, the farm lines, gold mines. Meanwhile, on the front, Prodromos together with the Toxers. The numbers are looking good. Chiron now finally getting that message to shoot down the Myth units. Prodromos able to chase away all of these units. Keep in mind, they do have that lovely bonus against cavalry. Really, really nice counter unit to have. Really easy to micro. You just basically find the cavalry and then just go fight it. Very, very simple. Compared to, say, the Tox, where you've really got to be focusing down the infantry, Prodromos, it's very much set and forget. Battle Boars make their way through to the town center. He's going to look to try and focus it down. Interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out here, as both of the Battle Boars will indeed be going down. I feel like this would have made a little bit more sense to keep those Battle Boars with the main army, but each to their own. Hillfort is down here as well, so good luck getting through that. And now on that top side, we do start to see Drop making his presence known. Still a couple of infrastructure pieces up here. Berserk gonna get caught out. Might be able to pick off a Vil before it does go the way of the Dodo. Indeed it does. Trades itself out 1 for 1. Not a terrible trade. Now up towards the top side. A lot of Norse villagers lying in wait. Once again, more heroes towards the south side. They've spotted out that position from In Denial. And I can't help but feel like Drop just thinks to himself, ooh, that's not good. How long has that been there? You know, he sees the infrastructure. He sees all of this and he's like, that's been there for a long time, hasn't it? Yes, yes it has, my friend. It's very bold of you to go and actually take someone else's expansion. I think what's so bold about it as well, what I really, really like about it, is you've now denied it from your enemy as well. If they want to expand here, they need to take you out and then they can expand, or they need to look for another expansion like this one. And it's just so much more exposed, so much more, you know, especially on a map like Oasis where you're going to be coming around the back, going around the front, all that. You know, there's so many different wiggly little ways. This is just going to be easily taken out. You know, it's going to be 2 mountain giants and that's going to be ogre. It's going to be all ogre. Actually, do we even have ogres in this game? I think we've got Cyclops and that's it, right? Cyclops and trolls, but we don't have ogres. I don't know. Where did the ogre come from? What myth is that from? I'm gonna have to Google the ogre. Maybe like the troll and the Cyclops is like a type of ogre. Maybe like the ogre is like the big brother. Because these guys look like ogres to me. But I'm sure like someone's gonna say no, Drongo. The lore is clear, all right? You got to understand, Mr. Drongo. The lore is clear about this. They're completely different, unrelated. You know, even though it's like oh gosh, triple battle balls coming through right now. A little bit of a dance, a little bit of a jig on a single Prodromos. He says, "Go on, get on back." A few kicks in. Tox is now starting to move forward. Going to focus down the town center with the Toxes. Needs to think about the battle ball instead. And there we go. And the game has frozen. Now the question is, what do we do at this moment? Do we sit here and wait? Because I'm still here with you guys. I can still do everything. Do you want to know why the game is frozen, or at least why I think the game is frozen? I'll give you an answer. I think it's because the servers are now offline, or at least the stress test servers are offline. That sucks, man. We were enjoying this game. Now, okay, if I'm like, let's say I'm the referee, it's the final round, and this is the timer. Who wins in this position? This is a tough call. This is a really, really tough call because you've got on Drop's side, he's about to click up to Mythic. At least he could. He's got the resources for it. Doesn't actually have the castle for it. The castle, the keep, the stronghold, the fort. I think I probably missed every single one of them. Whereas In Denial, I mean, he's been on 2 TCs for a while, right? Like 95 versus 56 Vils. I think I probably have to give it to In Denial. Even though the numbers look decent right now for Drop, you've got to remember that we're on his side of the map. So even by the time we get over there, like realistically, In Denial is very far ahead in my mind. Even though the scores seem quite similar, I think that In Denial, oh, look at this farm setup as well. He's got a really nice economy going behind this. I mean, to be fair, so does Drop. But I don't think we're going to be able to get this one back. I think this one is just completely frozen here. Is there any way for us to see the post game? I don't think we can. Yeah, like for military numbers, what have we got here? There's not a whole lot of military, but I don't think that's the highlight, right? Like the highlight is the fact that he's just economically so far ahead. So as long as he's got production, and he obviously does, right? Like this is 7 units that you're going to be having made every single round, like 15, 20 seconds, that sort of thing. So by the time you even get over there, there's going to be like 30, 40 units to greet you. So I think the game, in the end, I'm going to have to call it in favor of In Denial. In Denial is your victor today, ladies and gentlemen. But unfortunately, that is going to be our very final stress test video, at least live casted like this. The other ones will be just like voiceovers. Anyway, we'll leave it there. And of course, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.